Today I'm going to be building a PC. If you enjoy the video, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if I should do more of these, or maybe if you have other ideas I can give a try. But let's not stay too long, and let's get into it. Starting off today, I have a AMD RX 7800 XT, pairing it with an Asus ROG Gaming B650 Wi-Fi motherboard with a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. The power supply went with the RO Strix 850 watt. I did go ahead and get some Corsair DDR5 memory and some NZXT fans. As well, the case is a NZXT H6 Flow non-RGB, since we are going to be replacing those. This is the ROG Strix B650A gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. I got it for the price of $220, and then the CPU, which I got and I'll show off, was kind of ran me around $390, $386 was kind of the price. But let's go ahead and take a look inside here. So first of all, we got our Wi-Fi dongle, which is the infamous shark fin. And of course, we have our motherboard, if I can get that out. Ugh. Here we have the actual motherboard, which I'll take out of its paper. Now would you look at that. So this is actually the new AM5 socket, which is similar to Intel, where the pins aren't actually on the CPU anymore. They're under this, and that's why it has this covering to make sure it's safe. But we got a Gen 5 M.2 slot right here, two Gen 4s, we got two PCBs, the DDR5 RAM slots, and of course it comes in with the built-in AIO. Or, that's not AIO, what is it? So this is the new AMD Ryzen 7 7800X 3D. Kind of ran me around almost $400. But this processor comes in with integrated graphics, which of course we're not using because we have our own GPU. And it's an 8-core, I want to say 16 thread, I could be totally wrong. I'll put that in post-production on what it actually is. But I kind of wanted to show you, and I'll take it out of the box here. Here we have the new processor, which I'm opening up. And it's kind of got the jigsaw looking kind of part on it. But if you look on the back, as you can see, there's actually no pins. They're actually just kind of flat. You still want to be careful, but like I said, really similar to how Intel's new ones are. So I'll go ahead and kind of show you on how to install this. So here's the actual motherboard. And so as you see, there's a lever right here. And right here, you're just gonna kind of push down and move to the side. It's gonna lift up this right here. Now, like I said, the pins are actually underneath this part. So you kind of want to be careful when lifting that up. I like to use two hands and kind of let it there. And if you look, and I'm gonna have to show you really closely, but on the CPU, you can see this little gold triangle, and you're gonna wanna align that up to here on the board. There's going to be the same triangle. As you can see, it's right here, it's actually on the middle. So there's just be the same triangle. And you don't wanna drop it on there, but you do wanna be really careful, and you kinda just wanna align that triangle with the corner here. And you're just going to gently line it up and slowly fit it in. And it should just lock in. And when you don't actually want to push down on the CPU, but if you're not kind of sure, you can gently give it a push on the sides like that. Yep, look, that kind of fell in, it's locked in. Good. Now, we're just gonna push down on this and make sure that makes a connection. And you're gonna feel a lot of tension. Don't be scared, that's how it's supposed to be. You're gonna lift up, put that down, this is gonna come off, and now you have your processor installed. So, most videos that you're gonna watch, they'll probably install the CPU cooler on top, but we're gonna have to do the RAM first just because I have one of those big towers that's gonna go on and I can't really reach the RAM sticks before, or doing it after. So really quick, we're gonna install the Vengeance RGB DDR5 RAM sticks. I got 4 sticks of 16, so it's gonna be a total of 64 gigs, 6400 megahertz. So that's pretty much nothing too special, just the Vengeance. So we'll go ahead and I'll kind of show you how to install these. RAM installation is gonna be pretty simple. Most motherboards are actually gonna have both sides be pushed out. This one, you only have to push out the top ones. And all those do are they're gonna hold in the RAM sticks whenever you do click them in. So, and I'm kind of going off of this one. So as you can see, they're not evenly cut down the center. And so that's actually important for the installation because you're gonna have to line it up with this. And you don't have to have 4 sticks like I am. If you're doing 2 sticks, most common slots are gonna be 2 and 4 that you're gonna wanna push them in. But since I'm doing all 4, it doesn't really matter. And I can show you on both sides. We're just going to kind of line that up. Make sure that goes in. All right, so since that's in, all I'm gonna have to do, and since that slot's there, now don't be scared to put pressure down on your motherboard. I know it can be scary, but you're gonna wanna evenly distribute both sides. And like that, you hear both clicks, click on this side and this side, and now that stick is installed. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 4. All right, so depending on your actual CPU cooler, you're gonna wanna read the instructions. I went ahead and followed the ones that they provided with me here. As you can see, they give you the parts. So I did a little installation off camera. I took off these brackets because that's what they wanted you to do. And they came with their own little brackets right here. So went ahead and put those on. Now on the cooler, they're usually gonna have paper right here. And that's just gonna kind of make sure that the copper underneath is safe. So I'll go ahead and kind of show you how to do the installation because I got my thermal paste right here. We're gonna have to go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to do that, but I might actually install the actual fans all off camera just because of all the effort that's gonna be put into that one. So thermal paste, don't be scared of it. It can easily be cleaned off if you do make a mistake. But the most common technique that a lot of people do is they just pour it right down there on the center, about the size of like a pea. So I'll go ahead and do that. Yep, just about that much. And when you put that heat sink on, it's going to smush it and it's going to spread out between that CPU. Alright. So I got the M.2 right here. We're gonna use this slot since it's Gen 4, not Gen 5. If you do have a Gen 5, it's gonna go right here. But we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna take the heatsink off. Not too tight. Should just be. Right. Whole top should just come off, hopefully. Whoop, there we go. Alright. So, pretty easy installation here. Can't really mess this up too bad. You gotta just pretty much align that. And it's just gonna click in. Now, as you can see, you gotta kind of push it down. Depending on the board, Gen 5 have gotten with this just this clip that you're just gonna move over, that's gonna stay in. Other times they're gonna have you screw it in, but pretty much that's it. Just gotta install that. And there's a heat sink. You do wanna make sure that you do peel that off when putting that back on. Hello, so I'm picking up on day 2, kind of ran into some issues and I'll kind of show you guys out. Woo, there's my girlfriend. So on the PC build, as you can see, I added some extra fans in here and kind of ran into a problem with the actual cables. I'm gonna have to end up buying some splitters, but I did also end up putting in the actual motherboard, which you can see there's the little screw holders, and we're gonna be picking up, I'm gonna be throwing in the power supply and hopefully getting this up and running today.
Okay, you gotta give me a break with this cable link. I actually needed to end up buying some splitters and I was waiting on another part that needed to come in. So at this moment, I was more concerned about getting the PC up and operational so I can go ahead and get Windows and all that installed. As you will see towards the end of the video, I am going to be going back and managing all the cables as well as showing you all how to install the graphics cards and kind of the plugins that are expected. But yeah, so pretty much all this was just me trying to rush to get this finished.
Cable management still needs to be worked on, but moment of truth. Whew. So let's see if it'll boot up.
Okay, I want to give a big shout out to Isaac Godai, who is a co-worker of mine. He came over to help me do the cable management since that's something he's really good at. He actually also did the music for this video. I will be leaving a link down in the description of his channel, so definitely do take a look and check him out. Give him some love. I also want to thank another person who was my cameraman at the beginning of this video. I'll drop his Twitch down in the description as well. He tries to stream regularly, hasn't been lately, but definitely do want to give him some love as well. But we ended up getting all the cable management worked out, got the GPO reinstalled, and here's the final product. And thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe, and all the parts will be down in the description below. Thank you.